Piyush Bansal there speaking from the floor of the National Stock Exchange just ahead of ringing that bell, which may ring in a new era for startup IPOs. Kranthi Bathini, equity strategist at Wealth Mill Security, joins me this morning. Good morning, Kranthi. Pleasure having you back here with us on News9. We are taking a look at those visuals coming in from NSE, where Piyush Bansal is speaking right now as we speak, ahead of that mammoth 70,000 crore rupee expected valuation of Lenskart. But the grey market premium has actually slipped sharply to just about 11 rupees or so per share. Are investors finally making sense of the absurd valuation numbers? And what do you think is going to happen to their expectations of booking massive gains on listing day?
Yeah, Karthik, good morning to you. Yeah, definitely it received, contrary to the popular view of the retail and the social media, the subscribe could able to sail through, and in fact, it got oversubscribed despite of the high valuation theory that has been floating in the market.
Right.
Karthik, on a lighter note, if you see the last few years, the IPO's boom is concerned, it is phenomenal in India. In fact, the secondary market is in a consolidation phase, whereas the primary market has been booming. There is a great saying on the Wall Street. In the beginning of the IPO boom, the startups and the company promoters have a vision, and the retail investors have money. At the end of the IPO boom, investors have uh, vision and the promoters have money. So, by and large, these startups have been doing their way, and they're quite successful selling their businesses at a astronomical valuations since this boom is going up.
That's right.
So, whether the end of this boom, whether the investors will have money or the vision, they left out with the vision is the greater question.
Right,
But
absolutely.
by and large, these startups are learning in a very hard way post listing to become profitable, because end of the day in business, in any business, equity markets, the key driver is how these companies producing profits and increasing the key revenue parameters. This is crux in any of these businesses. Going ahead, how these businesses are going to increase their profitability, this is the key matrix the market is looking forward.
Absolutely.
And how I am buying the growth. The company might be making profit, but what price I am paying for the growth? That is crux. By and large, if you see the Lenskart IPO is concerned, the valuations are stretched. And it's fully priced in IPO. And the gray market premium has reduced subsequently in the recent past. But post listing, okay, how the company is going to increase their key revenue parameters, that's going to play a vital role. By and large, what we are sensing, if you look at most of these IPOs, there would be a cooling period post listing. So during this cooling period, the companies are getting consolidated. Around 80% of the companies post listing, they touched their IPO price. They might get the listing prices, but they went down post listing. So Lenskart is the exception. We need to see. But to make any kind of serious investments are concerned, okay, just wait for post listing. Just gauge the quarterly earnings for at least 1 2 quarters to make any kind of a serious investment is concerned. If I am the retail investor, just doing for the listing gains are concerned, if you are getting a beautiful listing gain, book some profit, take back your money from the table. And if you want to make some serious listing, just wait and watch the show. How the stock performance is going to be moving in the next few weeks and few days. There can be exceptions like LG, which had a decent valuations. It given 50% return on the day of listing. Okay, if those kind of abnormal moves are coming, book some profit.
Right.
And for the serious investments, the cooling period during that time one can accumulate, Karthik.
All right, Kranthi. Well, you were speaking about vision and wealth, and what better company than Lenskart to actually use the term vision for? Let's just hope that the vision for the future is as clear as perhaps the lenses that they reportedly sell. But coming specifically again to when you mentioned that perhaps if you get great listing day gains, then take some cash off the table. How would you qualify or quantify those handsome gains on listing day? Do you think anything above 10% to 12% could be considered as decent listing day gains, or do you think investors should still hope for that 100 rupees a share premium and try and wait for those 25% listing day gains?
Just to tweak this very interesting thing, Karthik, you asked, okay, what kind of listing gains can I expect? One thing is what quantum of money, okay, that's left over for the investors, okay, and what kind of margin of safety this company is offering for the investor. Is there still value left in this company in the near term? Definitely, one can wait for some more momentum to come. But if it's a fully priced in IPO, as you rightly mentioned, 10 to 12% listing gains, if I'm getting, I'm fabulous. I'm making wonderful return. I'm on the day of listing, I can take some profit from the table. So in a savings account or a fixed deposit, I have to wait for a 12% gains means I have to wait for 2 years.
Right.
But whereas on the listing day, I'm getting here on the day one. So 12 to anything between 12 to 12% return is a great return for any retail investor.
Got it. 10 to 12%. Take cash off the table. Otherwise, wait and watch for the vision and not just the wealth that the founders create. Kranthi Bathini, always a pleasure having you here with us on News9. Thank you so much for input. Meanwhile, let's cut back to the live feed that we're getting for you from the National Stock Exchange. Piyush Bansal is speaking.
The optometrists who test eyes, the store teams that open the shutter every day before sunrise and they greet the customers, our home eye checkup teams which visit home. You are the reason Lenskart exists. You are the builders of this dream. A big round of applause for all of them. To my co-founders, Amit, Sumit, and Neha, and to those who have been part of this journey, Ramnik, Ashwini, Shuji, Take, Marco, Borga, Surain, the GeoIQ team, and many more who care about this dream as much as I do, and usually even more. I'm forever grateful.